friends, it's time for us to put these blocks into rows. But before we do that, I need to share some stuff, maybe rant a little bit, but I'm constantly amazed at the dishonesty of others. It just blows my mind. This week, I was approached via my Etsy as well as my Facebook page by someone who said that they wanted to coordinate with me and sell my digital patterns on their website and promote them through their Facebook group and yada, yada, yada. Well, here's the thing. I don't need another website to sell my digital patterns because that would be at a loss for me. I would have to pay them for hosting and that sort of thing. But I have sold my patterns to the physical ones to stores all over the world, and I've done it at wholesale, and they have sold the patterns, and it's all been fine and wonderful, and I have zero complaints. But this person was set on selling the digital copies. And I was in the middle of editing one of our videos, and I said I would get back to them, send me your information. Well, they weren't very professional to start off with, but I know that not everybody has had the advantage of going to college and getting a degree, and so their approach to things might not be as professional as somebody who has had those advantages. So I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, at least somewhat. Anyway, this person who seems to be going by various names, and their one page says that they're in one state, their business page says that they're in a different state, and the About Us page says that they're in a different state. And we are talking from coast to coast here and in between, which of course does not make me feel very comfortable. So I went to look to see what was on their site and who might be working with them, any other designers that I was familiar with, etc. Well, there were only 5 patterns on that website. 3 of them were free patterns that actual designers put out, like Moda or Riley Blake or what have you. And so this person has taken that PDF that is free from the companies and is selling them for a profit. And on top of that, she is not, or he, this person presents as a she, but who knows? This person is not giving credit to these companies. There is nothing in the description saying who designed it or what company is promoting it. Then there were 2 other patterns that were listed. Now they had the name of the pattern on there, but they did not have the designer, yet again. And at least one of them I immediately recognized as a well-known designer. And I don't know all the designers. To be honest, I have a very busy life. I can't keep up. So it's possible that both of these designers are extremely well known and I just wasn't aware. That's very, very possible. But their names were nowhere in that listing. And I contacted both of those designers because if somebody was stealing my work and passing it off as their own and making money from it, I would be upset. I really would. I mean, it's not about the fame, but it is about doing the right thing and being honorable. And sure enough, these designers had not given this person any rights at all for these patterns. So, this sort of thing happens a lot. I have seen my patterns posted, not for profit, but for free on places like Pinterest and that sort of thing. And I'm not talking about somebody who used the pattern and is reselling it, or somebody who's used it and is giving it away as a gift or at a garage sale or Facebook Market. I'm not talking about that sort of thing. I'm talking about actual pictures of how to make it for everybody in the world to see. Now, for a lot of us designers, I don't think that everybody knows how much time and effort it can take to create a pattern. I mean, it's not just like, oh, I like the way that this block works. You have to do the quilter's math. You have to write up the instructions. You have to make graphics to show what the instructions mean. It's a lot of work. And for most of us, it's a labor of love. It's something that we enjoy doing, but it's still a lot of work. And for people to steal and be fraudulent, and I mean, I've even come across people for this pattern telling other people online, oh, you don't need to buy the pattern, just do it with this size and these instructions. Don't worry about buying it. It's just hateful. It's just downright hateful. All of it is. It is not a nice thing to do. And I'm not upset really on my behalf at the moment, because to the best of my knowledge, currently there is no one, stealing my work. Even though this one person who contacted me is clearly in an effort to try to, as she's doing it to others. And I will continue to check on this one particular site to see if my patterns show up. But I just encourage you, if you see a pattern online that you want to buy, don't automatically go for the cheapest price, because they may not have rights to sell that pattern. Look and see if everybody's getting credit. And better yet, go straight to the designers themselves or to the companies that are working specifically with the designers. And sure, most of us can look at a picture of a quilt, and we can go, yeah, I can figure out how to make that. Well, sure, most of us can do that. I know I can definitely do it. But I just want you to think about how you are taking an income out of the designer's hand when you do that. And worse, when you encourage others to do it. So, on behalf of those designers that are being stolen from right now, I offer prayers. I hope they are able to get this site taken down. It may be difficult. As I said, there's like different addresses and contact information. So who really knows what they're capable of doing? But just be kind. Just be kind. As fellow quilters, we like to make quilts for others. We do charity quilts. Most of us have really giving hearts. Don't let it stop there. Be mindful. Okay. End of lecture, end of rant. And now I can breathe a little bit and get back to what I wanted to focus on today before I got kind of smacked in the face with all of the deceit and fraud. So, we've got these quilt blocks. There are only 6 of them. So, that's 3 seams, and then the blocks will be rows. And then we can go from there. Oh, and just completely off topic. It just occurred to me that I don't have fabric for the back. And I had not decided on what thread that I wanted to use. I'm probably going to get the fabric later this week. Hopefully soon, considering I'll be done with this soon. But as far as the thread goes, I absolutely love variegated threads. I especially love the silky blendable ones. They're stunning. And I thought, oh, this is such a whimsical, over-the-top quilt. And I have decided how I'm going to quilt it, and that's going to be a lot. This is not one that I'm just going to zip right through. And I was like, I wonder if they have a really good variegated Halloween thread with the purple and the green and the orange and maybe the black or the gray. I couldn't find anything anywhere. I was so upset. So sad. So I think I'm just going to stick with the same gray that I've been using to piece it. I think it'll be fine. It looks well with everything. And like I said, there is going to be a lot of quilting. So perhaps the variegated thread for so much quilting may have been over the top. I don't know. We're not going to know. So wish me luck on finding fabric for the backing. I might get a good deal because it is out of season, but I could also have trouble finding something that I really like because it is out of season. So we'll see how that goes. And I was thinking, forgive me, I've got a ton of thoughts going around in my head today. I'm going from one thing to the other. But I was actually thinking of sending my husband and my son to go pick out the fabric for the batting. Just for fun, just to see what they come up with, and whatever it is, go ahead and use it. I just think it would be really interesting, and it would be a great memory. So if you think that I should send the boys out to see what they pick up, write it down in the comments. Or if you don't trust them, let me know that too. Okay, enough gabbing. I could go on for hours. All right, I'm going to get back to work. See you in a little while. Trick or treat! Rows are completed. Now let's get the center done. Trick or treat! there we have it. The center is completely finished. I love how it came together. Now it is time to start working on the pieced border, which will take a little bit of time as we're going to be moving the pieces here and there and adjusting and not having this one next to this one. And well, you get the idea. It's going to take a little while.
Trick or treat!
Okay, and voila, it is complete. Well, it's not sewn together, but I have decided where I want everything to be. So now I just have to sew it together. Let's go.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled quilting to bring you this important update regarding the signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours postage stamp quilt project. We will resume regularly scheduled quilting shortly. Now returning you to your regularly scheduled quilting already in progress.
Trick or treat!
And just like that, all 4 sides of the borders are pieced together. The only thing I have to do now to finish the top is to add these on, but that is for a different day. And until then, I hope you're cozy in your jammies.